I am about to make myself incredibly open and vulnerable to all kinds of attack. All kinds of attack. This is a very, very complex live stream. I'm trying to bring you something that has never been done before on YouTube and never been done before in the trading world. I believe I have discovered, I don't believe, I know I've discovered, and that's why I'm putting myself on the line here, secret algorithms where you will always lose, but once you see it, you can always win. But for how long? Well, as you know, I aim to be the most honest live YouTube channel on YouTube TV. I have won consistently now for nearly 3 years, 127 trades, 122 wins. It's all about building relationships, and I have discovered a secret algorithm. And once you see it, you can't unsee it in the trading world. But it's a lot worse than I first imagined. And right now, I'm going to test it. live with you, live on the show. So I'm making myself very vulnerable, open for all kinds of abuse and attack and all the rest of it. But I've decided to give it a go. What you can't see right now is a very complex setup. There are many different versions of this event going out in different languages to different places to build data. And in a few moments, I'm going to demonstrate some of that information. I can't show you everything, but I'm going to show you as much as I can. A few days ago, you saw me, or was it yesterday, you saw me sell all of my Coca-Cola live on the show, $600,000 in an instant. No emotion, just looked at the numbers, looked at the data, looked at the hidden trends on social media and built into the network the exchanges that are front running you, that are knowing what you're doing via AI, via data centers. They know your limit orders. They're pre-running you. They are selling it back to you. And I saw it and I could see it. I can see it in very complex code. Something you may or may not have picked up on is in life, if you look into the science of a human brain, you are either a business brain, a mathematical brain, or an artistic brain. This is a scientific fact on the way our brains work. You are either artistic, creative, or financial business. Very, very rarely in any human do you have both. You are a one or the other. Well, I have a unique, specific set of skills where I am artistic and creative. I'm the world piano man, but I also see numbers and I also see patterns and I also see data, and I'm able to detach my emotion and see it. That way I can trade with these huge trades that you've seen me do. But at the same time, it also gets me angry and emotional when no one else can see it and I can't help more people. So what I'm about to do now is test this. I'm about to go and talk to another audience while I'm still talking to you and test an inner algorithm. Now you can see my portfolio. I've not only beaten the market, I've smashed the market. In the first 8 days of the year, 8 days trading, I'm already up 4%. I now can store all my money in SGov Treasury bills and thereby beat the market because S&P is not going to make 8% this year. Now I can buy the crash of the market when it comes because I saw Coca-Cola overtrend yesterday and overbuy because of social presence. And I saw it. I saw where it came from. I saw the geographies of it. I saw the speed of it, and I sold it all. It went up way too quickly, and it was all done on front running the market. So I'm now going to test something. Let's see if I'm right. In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to turn my chair around and I'm going to face a different audience. And I'm going to see who is watching this, and I'm going to test it in real life. Would everyone please tap the like button? You've never seen a live stream like this. You probably never will again. And also consider subscribing to the channel. So allow me now to go and talk to another audience in a different format and see what happens. That's all I can say. So let me change this and let me do it. So please stand by. Here we go. Take me a couple of seconds. If you are seeing this now, YouTube has shared this out as an urgent message. There's a hidden code I'm going to reveal to you, a hidden algorithm I have just discovered across multiple social media platforms and linked to exchanges, stock market exchanges. I'm making myself very vulnerable by bringing you this information, this news. I'm testing something which I have discovered. I've been running a YouTube channel for 4 years in the investing space, and I think I have discovered something which is quite haunting and probably illegal, but it's so complicated that it will never be revealed, because you can't really explain it. Yet it is happening. So I'm testing something out here now and seeing what happens. In a few moments' time, I'm going to go back to my main event on the main channel, and I'm going to explain this in detail. Now, you're watching me now on a different format, and this is being linked to lots of algorithms and that I've pre-programmed in the trading world to see what would happen. So I think I have discovered an algorithm which is hidden inside social media. It's linked to the stock market, thereby front running you. Markets are front running you. They know your trades, and I'm going to explain it in detail in a few seconds' time. So I'm watching you very, very closely. I'm looking at lots of different screens around the studio. What you can see behind me is some other screens where I'm getting data in from different countries and different sources, and I'm trying to see what happens if you talk about certain things, certain crypto, certain stocks, see how they trend, and then see how they trade. And I think I've discovered the pattern. So in a few seconds' time, I'm going to end this stream in exactly 8 minutes' time. It's a very precise time, and I'm going to go back to my main channel. Now, you might find this interesting, and you might find that I'm right. I'm making myself very vulnerable by sharing this and doing this in the way that I'm doing, but I'm confident I've got it right. And I don't know how long this will be available to be up and for people to see and not see. Now, once you can see it, you can't unsee it. So I have a unique set of skills. I'm the world piano man. I'm an entertainer, a musician, creator, artist. I have been now for over 40 years. And I'm on the investment. I'm in the investment world as well. And you are either a very artistic person, a creative person, or you are a business mathematical brain. Normally these things they are two types of brains. I believe I have the skills of both at the same time. So I can be very passionate and very emotional, but at the same time very unattached, and I can just focus on numbers. It also makes me angry and emotional that nobody else can see it. But anyway, these are the skills that I think I have, and I've been discovering and studying numbers now for a very, very long time. So I think I've discovered something deep in the algorithm, deep in hidden code. I can read code, I can write code, and I think I've discovered it, and I'm testing it now. So in 7 minutes' time, I'm going to go back to the main event. You're watching me in a vertical format across multiple platforms in a very unique way in many, many languages. So a couple of days ago, I decided to go all in with $250,000 into of margin and $250,000 of my own money. So I was somewhere around the $600,000 in Coca-Cola. I was so sure that the market would overreact, and it did. We saw what happened with Snap. That made the headlines, and Coca-Cola overreacted and oversold very, very quickly. Then it came back very, very quickly. Now, even though I see it going to $80, why would I sell it? Because I think the whole market is being manipulated. It was trending. Many of my platforms where I see what's working and what isn't, it was overtrending and overbuying, increased volume, and where the buying was coming from was very unusual. But I could see it clearly in my analytics. So I decided to take my profit. I sold all of it very, very quickly, even though I can see it going a lot higher, because I think before it goes higher, it's going to sell off dramatically, go back down before it goes back up. This is just what I think. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, but I'm pretty confident in that. So I did it. I sold it. So what I'm doing now is I'm testing something in a different format, in different languages, to very specific people to see what happens next. We're now 5 minutes and 30 in, so I'm going to talk for another 4.5 minutes. And then I'm going to go back to the main show. And I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to see what happens with certain future positions, certain crypto I'm focusing on, and I'm going to see if there's any specific spike in trends and movement. I think there will be, and I'll be able to share as much of that data as I'm legally able to do. There are things I can't share, but I will do my best to provide that information to you. So with 4 minutes to go, if you are watching me on different platforms around the world, tap a like button, tap on the screen, tap the like button, or share this out, because in a few moments' time, this live stream will come to an end. And I'll be back on the main show and on YouTube, only on YouTube, and I will be breaking this down a little bit more. It should automatically take you there, but if not, you can see pinned to the top, you can actually see this event. The event where I'm going to be. Anyway, let me read some comments out. Made money on the Coca-Cola, says Simon Bobby. Thought for sure you were under. How could I be possibly under? It swung from top to bottom about 6 to 7%. It was crazy. Coca-Cola doesn't move like that. Dan Trades, be very careful, Martyn. What do you mean, be careful? What am I being careful about? I found front running from exchanges. I can see it happening. It's happening in milliseconds, fractions of milliseconds. They can see what you're buying ahead of what you're buying. I'm sure of it because I can see it in the trends. They may shut you down. Why? Why would anyone shut me down? I'm not worried about that. I'm here to tell the truth. Took profits on that Coca-Cola pump. It was crazy. Absolutely, it was crazy. Let me just have a quick look on my algorithm a minute. Let me just check something. I want to see a couple of things and see what's happening here. I'm going to show you some evidence in a few moments. Let me just turn around and have a look at this. Let me see what this says. Let me see what the spike is. Yes, I can see. I'm seeing where things are coming from. Okay, I'll come back to here. I'll talk about that in a few moments. All right. Okay, so we are now just 2 minutes ago. This little test, it's a very interesting thing to see if there is hidden code and hidden algorithms in the trading world. I think I've discovered it, and I'm going to explain it a little bit more in 1 minute and 45 seconds. So if you've just tuned in here with me on YouTube, or only on YouTube, but we're in multi platforms in different countries and different languages. That kind of makes sense. I know it's a bit complicated, but anyway. So 1.5 minutes to go. I think I've discovered some secret code inside the trading platforms, and it's about making friends. I've made some friends in some brokerages, some exchanges, so I can see it happening. I've got friends at Robinhood, I've got friends at Ripple, I've got friends at Bank of America, and I can see these patterns in the code, and it's really apparent. They're outrunning you by microseconds, and then you see it trending on social media, and then it gets pumped out, and certain things get taken down, and certain things get pumped up, so you can see it. And anyway, maybe I'm daft, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I look like a complete idiot. Well, I'm doing a test right now. I've got 45 seconds to go, and I'm going to end this live stream that I'm doing through my phone. This is on my phone. Very specific why it's on my phone. But anyway, let's see what happens. Secret algo found, says Ryan. Martyn looking very dapper. Thank you. Don't use machine learning, says Ryan. Any more comments? Let me read them out. We've got high energy, very George Orwellian. You ain't daft, said Dan Trades. Thank you. I can see code. I can read code. I can understand algorithms. It's what I do. I've done it for 4 years and stared at it. You're on 2 different channels on YouTube. One is 5 seconds. You're on different channels. No, we're on the same YouTube channel. Not 2 different channels, I don't think. Anyway, let me just check that. I don't think I'm on 2 different channels. I'm pretty sure I'm not. Let me just double check that. I should be, no, there we go. Yeah, exactly as I expected. 2 different streams. Okay, no, not 2 different channels. All right. So I'm going to wrap this up now. So if you are interested to know the evidence and the information I found, I am testing it and I'm going to see how it affects my trades on the Open on Sunday night, tomorrow night. I'll be live, of course, to cover that. So thank you very much, everyone that joined me here. I love you all. I'm now going over to the main show. It should take you there automatically. If not, click the pin at the top and you'll find the link. Join me on that. I wish you all the very, very best. I wonder if this is going to happen. I'll reveal more information to you. This is very, very important, especially for crypto. All right, let's see if I'm right. See if it works. Join me now on the main channel as I break it all down. Cheers. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's see what happened. I'll leave that. I'll go back to the main show and we'll get to it. Okay, so bit of a gamble. Make yourself look an idiot. You got to be prepared to take the risks, I guess. But let's break it all down and see what happens. Now, I'm going to watch a few things now. So just bear with me a moment. I'm going to watch a few things. So I'm looking at that. Looking at these trends on Google and what I'm talking about and how they're moving. I've got different screens that I'm just looking at. Just bear with me a moment. So there is that. Dismiss that. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Right. Let's come back to the main show. See what happened there. Right. So I'm going to watch these numbers, how they change. Okay. So let me break down what happened on Friday. So if you can, please tap the like button. Only 83 of you have tapped the like button. Also consider subscribing. I will go to comments and questions in a minute, but I'm just measuring some algorithms and some reactions. So as I said before, I've spent the last 4 years building relationships. So I'm learning directly from sources. I get given great information. I've never missed on my trades. 127 trades now, 122 wins. I'm always winning. And I'm winning because I am able to separate my emotion from the numbers and use the relationships that I've got to share it with you. However, this then makes me very frustrated and very angry with trolls and people who say I'm an idiot and I don't know what I'm talking about when clearly I'll keep winning and winning. Look at my portfolio over this 1 year, up $70,000. Remember, I only started with $5,000. This is, quite serious. I think you'll agree, right? Anyway, so over the last 4 years, I started with $5,000, no income for the first 2 years. And then I've gone from $5,000, you can see my portfolio, $5,000 all the way up to nearly 296. And I've taken about $5,000 out now to pay towards some of my tax, over 300 grand. So I think you'll agree I've done pretty well considering I've done that without options and without shorts and basically the S&P 500 and then Coca-Cola. I mean, I don't know if anyone could ever come up with a number like that, but anyway, I have. How have I done that? Well, because I look at the value, the balance sheet, what is undervalued, what is the most likely chance of making money based upon a balance sheet, but also I study you. I study your reaction. I study how you behave, how trends behave, algorithms behave. And I can read code. I used to write code years ago when I was programming a BBC Commodore. I understand BBC Basic. I can see it. I can see patterns. And on Friday, something very weird happened. Coca-Cola started to trend. I made a few friends at Coca-Cola. I told you I'd contacted them. And I saw on certain trending websites where you can measure volume of speed and traffic, I saw a massive spike in Coca-Cola, and we had that overselling with Snap. Now we all know that when the government announced things, we've seen them do it. There was a moment when it was caught on camera when people were in the Oval Office buying stocks because Trump was going to say something and so on and so forth. We actually saw that. I gave you that information. We had a leak of it, and I shared that with you. So this is just individuals front running you, but I'm talking about something far more sinister, far more dark, with algorithms on data centers with fiber optic connections outrunning you because they know what you're doing, they know what you're buying through social media, through online social media, and your buy orders and sell orders. And I saw Coca-Cola go down because of Snap, and that's why I decided to buy. Now, people were saying, "Why don't you buy because of the what you call it? Because of the chart?" I said, "I'm not interested in what the chart says." So there's something far more powerful going on here. I use balance sheets and I use algorithms and trends and stuff I can see with human behavior. Couldn't care less what the chart said. So I decided to go all in. I bought Coca-Cola and it went down $12,000 on the Snap event. I was down 12 grand, but 12 grand's nothing when you put in 600,000, right? And I knew it was going to go down. The Snap event was an old news. It was Coca-Cola were actually debating this a year ago. That's why they're doing the sugarcane recipe and the diet cherryade and all these other things going on, solar panels, and they're now branding Crocs for the World Cup. I know all of these things going on, and yet the market seemed to overreact. And the press room in the White House was very aggressive, saying that this government is going after sugary drinks. It was very, very aggressive. And I saw the volume spike, and I saw trends spike, and I saw all this stuff going on. So I decided to double down and buy it, knowing insiders would be buying this, knowing people in the government would be buying this. And lo and behold, what happened? 24 hours later, boom, straight back up, and it flew. So what did I do? I was going to keep it all and trim at 70.10. I told you I would trim at $70.10 using my lots at the top to pay off the margin and keep everything below that level. And I did. I always do what I say, and I say what I do. I did that. About 15, 20 minutes later, it went on another rally. And of course, the trolls came in, the bloody idiots would come in, and they'd say to me that, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. The chart was telling you it was going to go higher," and all the rest of it. I said I couldn't care less what the chart said. But it kept on going. So I decided, not because of the chart, because of the trends and the way it was switching and the way who was selling, because I told you I talked to people who can move the market. So I sold it, all of it, quickly. And I was really happy. And I made, look at my spike. Can you see that spike right at the end there? Can you see it? That huge spike. The spike you're seeing at the left, the spike you're seeing around here was Liberation Day. Where was it? This was Liberation Day. And this was Coca-Cola Liberation Day. See that? Big drop there. Very similar to Liberation Day. So I bought it. It pumped. I sold it. Now, I still can see Coca-Cola as a good business for $80 to $96. Absolutely. That hasn't changed. This isn't about the business. This has got nothing to do with the performance. I can buy it back whenever I want and still make money. It's not about that. It's you can make a lot more money if you understand what's happening behind the scenes with the algorithms and the manipulation. And I'm going to give you some evidence in a moment. So basically, it went down. I sold it. I bought it, sorry. And then I sold it. I'll be buying it back now double. I'll be buying it back to $1 million. Poor old Leah, she can't believe it. Be $1 million next time. And I'm going to do that. Now, that's what I'm seeing. So what I just did a few moments ago was a little test. And I'm measuring responses of words, specific things I'm doing and saying to specific markets. And I'm seeing what affects my trades, what affects the things that I'm saying. So there you go. Now then, I'm going to give you some evidence now of this and see what you make of this, okay? So here we go. First of all, I'm running a poll in the chat. In the chat, I'm asking you, do you think the market is rigged? 275 votes, 84% of you say yes. Let me end that poll. 84% of you think yes, but you don't know why. And you haven't got the numbers. You haven't got the data. You can't actually see the actual code. I can actually see it. So I'm trading on it. I'm running another poll here on the main community page. You might like to go and vote on it. Here we go. Let me put it here. I will get the comments and questions in a moment. There you go. Over here. And I'm going to refresh this and see what you're saying in the first few minutes. So 68 votes, 80, very similar. 87% of you say yes, you think that it is rigged. 68 votes in the first few seconds, 87% of you say it's rigged. Right, I'm going to show you something now and see what you make of this, okay? This will blow your mind. And I've been watching this and studying this for ages, and now I can actually see the physical written code to back this up. What do you make of this?
Stock market's rigged. The United States stock market, the most iconic market in global capitalism, is rigged.
By whom?
By a combination of the stock exchanges, the big Wall Street banks, and high-frequency traders.
Who are the victims?
Everybody who has an investment in the stock market. If it wasn't complicated, it wouldn't be allowed to happen. The complexity disguises what is happening. If it's so complicated you can't understand it, then you can't question. The insiders are able to move faster than you. They're able to see your order and play it against other orders in ways you don't understand. They're able to front run your order.
What do you mean front run?
It means they're able to identify your desire to buy shares in Microsoft and buy them in front of you and sell them back to you at a higher price. It all happens in infinitesimally small periods of time. Their speed advantage that the faster traders have is milliseconds, sometimes fractions of milliseconds, but it's enough for them to identify what you're going to do and do it before you do it at your expense. Stock market's rigged.
There you go. So there's a little bit of information I wanted to share with you. This is really happening. I can see it. I'm testing it, and I'm using all different tools to measure it and then trade on it. So there you go. We've now got a brand new world of how we trade. A completely brand new world. So you have to, first of all, you have to value old school. You have to value a business. What is it you want to buy that you know is going to go up in value? What are you going to buy that is oversold and undervalued? That's the first thing. So for me, I use SGov, currently Coca-Cola, and the S&P. These are my three tools. I have the best businesses in the world, the S&P 500, diversified but very aggressive though. Don't think it's a safe asset. It's not. It's aggressive. It makes 10% on average, but not 10% every year. Very, very important. You have SGov, which is short-term treasury bills, which is cash equivalents. That's what Warren Buffett uses. That's where I store my money while I'm waiting. And then I have a defensive play, but not because it's just defensive, because defensive is on fire right now. The building is being burned down. Don't think it's defensive so you can buy it. It's a term used in the stock market where you buy something in one respect, but it's being burned down behind your back. You don't understand what you're buying. I know this is complicated. I know this sounds crazy and weird. That's fine. I don't mind people laughing and joking, but it is what it is. I can see it. So that's what I am doing. So I'm out of everything at the moment. I'll show you my position. Look at this, folks. $501,000, $500,000 now in my buying power. That's what happens when you take massive action. I'm fully out. My portfolio is worth $295,000. I started with $5,000. I've got all in cash plus margin. I've got $501,000. I've done Liberation Day Part 2. I've done the same thing twice, made 70 grand in 1 year, 41% on the S&P 500. Nobody's done that on the S&P 500. It's bloody impossible. The S&P, I think, went up 15% last year. And I've already performed, look at my year to date, year to date, in the first few days of the year, I am up 2.72. In the first, and to be fair, that's not even accurate because I didn't start trading. I wasn't even in until I started to buy here. So actually, in the first few days, I've gone from -5 to +3. 8% swing in the first week of the year. That's nuts. And that was not on Binky Bonk or Fartcoin. That was on Coca-Cola from T-bills from the S&P 500. So now if I only keep my money in SGov, I'll outperform the S&P 500. From the money I've made and the de-risking I've got and the position I'm in, I can now beat the market by just being in SGov for the rest of the year. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to look at all the numbers. I'm going to study the algorithms. I'm going to study you, what you're saying, what you're doing, what you're saying, and what you're actually doing, not what you're just saying. Pay no attention whatsoever to the trolls. They are completely blind and stupid. They've got no idea what they're talking about. They are looking at charts which tell them nothing. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to think. And that's what you're doing. So I am focusing on something much, much bigger. And I'm absolutely 100% confident that I'm going to do a $1 million trade live on the show, and you're going to see me move in and out of $1 million. And once I've done it once, it'll very quickly go to 5 million and 10 million. You'll see the biggest trade you've ever seen on YouTube happen on my show. That is a promise, okay? So there you go. That's what I think is happening. Let me go to comments and questions now. Now, I know we've got a lot of questions, so I'll try and get through them all. If it does get busy, I will go to members only. So, the market is very unpredictable right now. Definitely foresee some type of correction coming very shortly. 100%. Not just because of valuations, because of manipulation. Silver is the investment, very functional in wiring. Interesting asset to own, but I don't buy commodities or anything like that. I only buy things that can actually make money, not relying on everybody buying them. There's no need. You could buy Coca-Cola now and trend it like Fartcoin. It's pointless. How can I hook a bot to this secret algo? How can you can't? You can't. I spend 12 hours a day reading, studying, deep studying. You can't train a bot to this. Not a chance in hell. That's what this show's for. Hello, friends. We just have to out-rig the riggers. Yeah, and it's actually easy if you don't mind working all day, and I love to work. Hi, everyone, rigged. Good evening from a frozen country. Love those days cocooning. Happy Saturday, everyone, says William Myers. Hello, Liz, from Yolanda. Yolanda, I will reply to your message on Discord shortly. Good evening, all. Henrik, how are you? Yolanda, hello there. Rhino Skin, hello, everyone. Hi there, says Liz. Up the mighty Villa. Aston Villa. Good evening, Martin. That's from Karen. Well now, Martin, this should be interesting. Let's give it a go. Test, said Liz. I'm telling you, watch Poker Face with Russell Crowe, and the first 15 minutes he tells you what Ripple is. It's flipping military spyware. Not even going to start on that. I talk directly to Ripple. I'm watching, Martin. Hello, Rhino Skin. Feel like I'm at a magic show. Satoshi Nakamoto was made up by the NSA and CIA. Thank you. It's corrupt. The Recruit Season 2 episodes. Mini Mark tells you what crypto is and designed to do. Jeez, I go eyes to see it too, but would rather further into the matrix. It's like they move the 24-hour chart every 12 hours. The Lucasades at least definitely appreciate you. Thank you, David Hensley, for all the links as well. Howdy. Honestly, David, I don't care about the bots anymore. I couldn't care about the bots and the trolls. Couldn't care less. What I'm going to do is provide something that people will hate or love, and I couldn't care less anyone in between. So I'm sure your digital money is as real as it's going to get, but XRP and Bitcoin ain't it. What do you think is sooner what it is? If XRP sells, keep selling and buying, holding higher. Good luck to you, Danny. I'm keeping that to myself. Sure, sooner, sure. According to Trump, Genius Act or whatever it is, they're coming for gold and Bitcoin. Laughing, Rhino Skin. ETFs would keep buying XRP if they could lose money. Let me scroll down a bit. I've got too many. I might need to go members only. I was watching the Coca-Cola at that time, and I recall thinking price action didn't match the news. Correct. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. I appreciate your input sooner, but I know it's not financial advice. I'll do my own research and due diligence as well, as we all should. Absolutely. There were disclaimers. I bought some Coca-Cola at $67.40. Kevin celebrates 2 months of membership. Thank you very much indeed. I do what Martyn's doing, but I'm not patient enough on the stock market. You know, it requires 12 hours a day study. You have to word the question to AI. So how can I improve my profit for exchange as we're losing money, as exposed everything? I wouldn't ask ChatGPT how to win because it's part of the whole game. We got less time to wait at our age. So you'll meet Kevin. Hello there, Terry Rose. TA, everyone, uses the programmed information in algos. Let me scroll further down. I might have to go members only to get through these. Flash Boys wrote a book on it. Always make 2 trades back to back. So we trade buying on or just ETFs. So we stop buying or just ETFs. No, I'm going to be buying. I'm going to be buying more. I'm going to go members only. There are too many non-members in here today asking questions, and it's taking it away from the members. So let me provide a better service by going over to the members only. It's too busy, so I'm going to go members only. Right. Now repeat your question. If you are a member, repeat your question. Our membership is only $2. It's not designed to make me money. It's a couple of bucks. That's all it is. It never goes up in price. It never gets more expensive. It's just a couple of bucks. If you want to be a member, there is the link for you. What the heck is that? What is that going on there? That's interesting. Okay. Seeing some very interesting things. Right. So we are in members only mode now. There's a membership link if you want to become a member. It's only a couple of bucks. It's just designed to provide better service. I'm able to answer all questions rather than going through people that are just scrolling through. We're real investors here. What do you see for XRP short term? XRP, now, I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear, I'm afraid. I'm going to tell you what I see based upon information that I know is real. So I can see XRP going to $10, but not anytime soon. In the meantime, I can see it dropping to $1. If we get the yen carry trade and combine that with everything else that I'm seeing, I could see it going down 80%. But I would certainly be comfortable with it going to $1. Before it goes to 5 or 10 or whatever it is you're hoping it to go to. I know there's those that have picked numbers out the sky. Not really out the sky. There are specific reasons why they choose these numbers. It engages you. There are people that are buying into your buying into the nonsense. I'd be very careful telling you it's going to $100. They've got no interest in you at all. They're just playing a system. Not this system, not what I'm doing. What I'm actually doing is actually discovering what's actually going on. What they're doing, they're too stupid to do that. What they do is they sit there with their silly, smug faces, and what they do is they say, send me your money and I'll thousands of dollars, and I'll guarantee you 8%, and I'll send it back to you, and XRP will be $100 by New Year's Eve. And that's what they do. They're just basic, proper thieves, just vagabonds, thieves, liars, cheats. Nothing complicated, nothing difficult to understand. They're not reading algorithms. They're not reading trends. They're not actually working. They're just sitting there talking bloody nonsense in a good old-fashioned robbery, straightforward, let me just take your money off you. These are stupid, uneducated people that use the basic things like in Texas, you can get a license to do all sorts of things in 10 minutes on a website and pay $100. They're doing that. These are just Mickey Mouse people, but they're very powerful because it's so simple. You believe it, and that's the problem. So that's what I think is happening with XRP in the short term. What algorithm do you see analysis of the data, or is it reference to the chart? Raven, got nothing to do with the chart. Nothing to do with the chart at all. It's to do with trends inside social media. It's to do with data centers. It's to do with front-running orders at exchanges based upon what people are buying, what they're saying. It's got nothing to do with charts. Charts are old technology. They are just being sold by places like TradingView. People are focusing on them, thinking it's great. This is what you do. It's an old way of looking at things. It's completely wrong, but it keeps everybody focused on the wrong thing. They're hiding in plain sight. Everybody who thinks they know anything about anything is looking at silly charts, silly patterns, and they are missing something much deeper and much more powerful. And that's what I've noticed. What did you think? What do you think about Palantir? Palantir's got a great technology, but it's a ridiculous business because it's 1,000 times earnings. Again, when I say that, people don't like it. They unsubscribe, they tune out, they don't want to hear it. I don't care what you want to hear. I tell you what you need to hear. Palantir, Alex Karp, lunatic, absolute lunatic. I'll show you an interview that he did with CNBC where he was on drugs. He was bouncing around all over the bloody place. Absolutely nuts, crazy. But the audience love it. He knows it. He makes money. He sells it from underneath you. Insiders are selling 1,000 times earnings. Absolutely bonkers. Is the technology great? Yeah, the technology is great. But is it a business to buy at 1,000 times earnings? If you want to pay $1,000 for every $1 of income, then you be my guest. But that is absolutely mental. Anyway, that's what I think about Palantir. I don't see it going to XRP. I am speaking owing to short-term reversal. Do you see XRP at 250 toward before it tanks? I agree. We are about to tank. Yeah, I'm absolutely 100% certain. I mean, look at my portfolio. All in cash once again. On Monday, when we see SGov recorrect because it will pay its dividend, I'll be putting all my money earning 3.9% interest onto SGov. And I'll buy back Coca-Cola at the right time. Maybe it'll be Monday. Maybe it'll be Tuesday. I don't know. But it's got nothing to do with the chart, nothing to do with silly nonsense, nothing to do with I see patterns in the sky. It's to do with powerful AI algorithms front-running you. And I can see it. And once you can see the code, literally code. I can see patterns in code, zeros and ones. I can see it. I've seen it. And I can't unsee it. Uber also trading at a massive discount, says M. Jimp. What you're talking about is called sentiment analysis, and it's machine learning scraping all the data of what people are saying about a stock and converting it into buy and sell signals. Interesting. You give it a name, sentiment analysis. Yeah. Okay. You can 10x trade CRV en masse, says Sooner Bear. When we'll find out the results of this test? I don't know. I don't know how long it will take before I see a pattern forming. I don't see anything at the moment. I see a few things, but I need to see more of this. I'm not seeing too much at the minute. I will do multiple tests. There'll be multiple tests, and each time I do a test, it will be slightly different. This might take a while to work out, but I've got time. Anyway, so armed with this information, I ponder on how to change going forward. Yeah, well, actually, quite easy, as it's always been, as it always will be. How we access and what we buy when we buy, that changes. That changes. Do we use charts? Do we use AI? Do we use this? Do we use that? Do we use a friend at the top giving us inside info? What the hell was that? I just heard a doorbell. You can get information different ways, whatever. That's how we buy and sell. But how you make money isn't how you buy and sell. It's what you buy and sell when you buy and sell it. So studying a business focusing on a business that generates income the old-fashioned way will always work, because at the end of the day, it doesn't require AI or anyone to buy and sell it. It's always going to make money. Now, of course, it might make money quicker because everybody buys it all of a sudden. And then you take profit because it's just made so much money so quickly. You don't wait around for someone to tell you, or a trend on a chart. That's useless. That's useless now. So what you do is you buy a business. So you buy the S&P when it's undervalued. You put money in SGov when the S&P is not good value. You buy oversold defensive when SGov is not going to give you as much, or when the S&P is overpriced. So all you do is go in and out of these three different channels, and that's it. And you don't get emotionally attached. You buy what you know was good, like I bought Coca-Cola. You knew it was going to move. You allowed the trends to play out, and you just took some profit. You still want to own the business, but now you just go, I don't have to own the business. I made all my money all in 5 minutes. So what I can do now is I can buy back when it sells off, or I can just wait and look for something else. So it's actually quite easy. But you have to do the homework. If you want to see the patterns and the patterns in the algorithms and the trends, you can't see that. You can't see that. I can see that because I can see it in all the different trends and search terms and views and this and that. I've got multiple ways of analyzing trends and views and volumes and stuff like that. Now, you could do that, of course, but it takes all day, every day. That's what I do. That's what I share on the show. And that's why I tell you what I'm buying. So watch the show and see what I'm doing, I guess. But as far as everything else is concerned, valuing a business is just the way it's always been. Read the balance sheet. Do you know anything about KTOS? No, I don't. Would you consider UNH as a defense? Yes. Yes, I would. But is it a good time to buy now? I need to analyze it. We use Martyn Lucas. The only guy who speaks real common sense. I buy strictly on valuation and macro. Jimp. Justin, Lloyd Doggett, a Democrat member of the House of Representatives, bought Coca-Cola on December the 14th. So yes, people in government are buying Coca-Cola. Joker, I own UNH, Amazon, Uber, and Meta Alpha. That is all I own right now. You don't need to have hundreds of stocks. You need a good defensive, you need a good ETF, and you need a cash equivalent at SGov, Treasury bill. That's all you need. Don't overcomplicate it. Focus on the bigger picture, not how many stocks you've got and how many cryptos you've got. I think that's just a waste of your time. Right, guys, I'm going to get off. I need to go and read some more, study more, see some code, I will be honest with you. There are some things I can't share on the screen. I'd get in trouble. There are some things that I see that I will not share on the screen. I will get in trouble, okay? I can see code. I can see certain things I cannot share with you. Just the same as you wouldn't share with me your credit card number or your social security number, right? There's things that you won't share online, and there's things that I can't share online. But I will share it all within what I'm saying and how I'm trading. I will reveal it all, okay? Right, that's it from me. I'm now going to go over to the extra channel. Please join me on the extra channel. Let me give you the link here. Here's extra. There it is, pinned to the top. If you want to continue talking to me, I'll be in the studio. I'm going to be here all day. There's the extra channel. It'll automatically take you there. I'll pin it to the top. So what you're going to see here is what we've just streamed. It's today's streams. I'm in the studio. This is live chat because people will tune in at different times. One of the reasons why I've been running this now for months. 24 hours a day. I learn things. I see things when people come in, when they go out. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to be in the chat. It's a members only channel. It's 99 cents. It just keeps the bots out. We don't want bots in. That confuses the algorithm, right? I want people. I want their comments. I want to see what people are saying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replay what you've just missed, right? the one that was behind the scenes, and this one. Today's event, it says here, restream. This is today's event. I'm not trying to manipulate you and get you to watch thinking it's live. It's a live stream. It's live chat, but I'm replaying what you've missed. Different time zones, tune at different times. That's it from me. Thank you very much indeed. I'm now going to go and study. I'll see you back in a bit. Thank you very much. Join me on Extra. I'll chat with you. I'll share stuff with you. But get ready for the Open tomorrow night. Wouldn't it be great if I can get that 600 grand and buy even more of Coca-Cola when it goes back down again? Will it? Well, I'll find out. I don't know. Nothing to tell me one way or another. Chart doesn't mean nothing in this point anymore. There are bigger things at work here. That's it from me. Thank you very much indeed. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too confusing. I'm here to help. I'm here to support you. Thanks for all the new members. I will see you back in a bit. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves. Click on the link. Stay where you are, and I'll see you on Extra. Take care of yourselves and each other.